Hello and welcome back to The Film Reel, your #1 source for movie and TV news here on News Channel 15. I'm Bryce West here with Kane Jones. Starting off with last week's box office, Frozen 2 demolished the 3-day and 5-day Thanksgiving marks as Knives Out and Queen and Slim opened strong. David Daniel has the report.
You're a black man that killed a cop and then took his gun.
I'm not a criminal.
The drama Queen and Slim opened in 5th place, earning $11.7 million. A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood slipped to number 4 with $11.8 million. Ford v. Ferrari took 3rd place on ticket sales of $13.2 million.
I just buried my 85-year-old father who committed suicide. Why are you here?
The murder mystery Knives Out debuted 2nd with a stronger than expected $27 million.
Lion, grizzly bear, monster, brown bear.
Frozen 2 stayed at the top with the biggest Thanksgiving weekend ever, $85.3 million from Friday to Sunday, and a 5-day total of $123.7 million, for a 10-day domestic total of $288 million. In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
Frozen 2 continues to stay strong as expected, while it's a little unclear whether Queen and Slim finished in number 5 or number 4, as the numbers are so close. Some sources say it could have gone either way. Kane, what are your thoughts of last weekend's box office?
Well, it was close. It was very close.
Yeah, Queen and Slim, Beautiful Day. The stuff that we got from boxofficemojo.com has Queen and Slim at number 4, but like I said, I mean, it was a matter of only $100,000,
Right.
So it was right neck and neck.
Yeah,
so we don't quite know which one was number 5 or 4.
Yeah.
But Queen and Slim, I mean, you predicted that it would make the top 5, and it did, and I was a little skeptical about that. So
again, I think that like I said last week, the topics that it covered, like racism and stuff, I think that we needed a film
it's like
kinda
relevant
like that.
to today's. Yeah.
So that's what helped it.
So of course, Frozen 2 stayed on top. I mean, it's going to make $1 billion.
Yeah, of course,
I mean,
of course.
That's just kind of a given at this point, really.
Right.
Knives Out at number 2. I mean, I'd say that's a pretty safe bet. I mean, and it's an all right opening.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not anything like astonishing or whatever, but I mean, it's pretty good. Ford v. Ferrari continues to stay strong. And A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood is that, well, on our list it's number 5. According to CNN, it's number 4.
Right.
Like I said, it's so close. It was really hard to say, but that's just. It's just kind of unfortunate. I was really hoping it would do at least a little better.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't necessarily call it a bomb per se, but it definitely underperformed.
Right.
And so it's a little bit disappointing for that movie. So obviously Star Wars, this is the season finale of the Film Reel. So we're going to go ahead and skip forward to later on in December with some Star Wars stuff. And we're going to have a special featurette taking a special look about the journey to this final story right now.
Take a few minutes for the Navi computer to calculate the coordinates.
A few minutes? Are you kidding? At the rate they're gaining?
No, what is it? You have to shoot this. Traveling through hyperspace is like Dustin Crop's kid. Without precise calculations, we fly too close to a store, or bounce into a supermarket, and then...
Yeah.
It'd be a hell of a mess.
What's that?
Watch. You're losing the deflector shields. Go strap yourselves in. Be careful on the way out.
Yeah, sure. I'm taking it very cautiously.
You go away.
Bounce too near a supermarket?
This is a very simple, basic idea.
It's a story about a farm boy in Nebraska, and not on Tatooine.
It was originally designed to be a modern fairy tale.
About good and evil, and what prevails and what doesn't prevail.
It's unlimited, the possibilities of what they can do.
If this one doesn't work out, we're sort of finished. But hopefully it will justify it as a series. Make you say, gee, what happens next?
The whole experience has been so completely unanticipated.
I had my doubts about whether another Star Wars would work.
But I now get that phrase, thank you for my childhood, because it's something that people carry with them now forever and ever and ever.
As I see it, this has nothing to do with past, present, or future. Star Wars could be in any of those areas.
It's a big part of what makes these films so important to pass on from generation to generation.
I feel honored that I've been allowed to continue the journey.
It's very cool to meet someone inspirational to a generation of moviegoers.
Those that have gone before you, incredible artists in their own right. You delve deeper in your appreciation and respect for that.
Oh my gosh. It feels like I was just in a time machine and I had traveled back to when they first started filming Star Wars.
Roll cameras.
If you're a kid watching this 100 years from now, 500 years from now,
Sound speed.
you see this inevitability, this story conclude in a way that feels thrilling and shocking and funny and emotional and satisfying.
I like these films.
I think there's a legacy that's important.
Ready, set, 9. Camera, take 9.
Episode 9 will be a conclusion of a story that is over 40 years in the making.
Action!
So all stops are out, and it's all go.
So that was a little featurette about the beginning of Star Wars all the way up to the epic finale that's coming December 20th. Kane, what are your thoughts on the whole journey from 1977, from the first Star Wars film, to now, 2019?
If I had to sum it up in one word, it'd have to be iconic.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, for all the fans out there, I think it's just happy and sad to know that it's coming to a close.
Yeah.
But also we get that satisfaction of it is done, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, just the whole creation of Star Wars.
Yeah.
I mean, this franchise has been going on for over 40 years, and to finally have the conclusion coming in only a couple weeks, an over 40-year-old story finally coming to an end. It's almost surreal to think that this is going to be the last Star Wars movie, at least in this series of films. Of course, they make a lot of money, so they're gonna make more, but not in this story. This story is over. Like, this is it.
Yeah.
And so everything from 1 to 9 is gonna wrap it up in a nice bow, we're hoping.
Right.
And it's just so exciting. I mean, just the whole creation, is just such a wonderful story. I mean, you watch documentaries, you hear stories, you read articles about how George Lucas came about creating this whole franchise and this whole story, and he had everything like meticulously planned out from the very beginning.
The vision, yeah.
Now, I mean, of course, Disney owns it now, and it's diverted from that a little bit because George is no longer in charge. But for 1 through 6, George had it all planned out from the very start. And now we are at episode 9. This is the final episode in the Skywalker saga of Star Wars films. And it all ends here.
Impressive.
And so, what are some theories that you have for Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker? I mean, like, let's just get crazy here. Let's
well, one kind of big thing that you can sort of get from the trailer is that they're probably going to kill off 3POs in some way.
Yeah.
Which always been a staple. He's
been in all 9.
Yeah, one of the iconic main characters. And it's sad to say it, but they're probably going to kill him off.
Yeah.
That's what we can gather from the trailer. That's just one of the things at the top of my head.
Yeah. What about like the main character Rey? Like there's always been like this whole like who's her question about her parentage and stuff like that.
I feel like that might be explored a little bit more.
I hope, because I mean it's the final one. I mean, if they don't do it here, they're not going to do it, right? So.
But I think Kylo Ren's going to be in there on her journey, wherever she goes.
Yeah, like he's definitely going to be involved. I mean, they've definitely teased,
so,
not necessarily a romantic relationship with them, I don't think, but But I mean, some people may have thought that. But I don't really see it as
Yeah.
romantic. I definitely see them more as like a brother-sister kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I definitely think that they are very close, even if they don't want to admit it to each other.
Yep.
And so
Yep.
I definitely think that either like he's gonna bring her to him, or she's gonna bring him to her, and they're gonna join forces and probably take down Emperor Palpatine, the big bad, and however else they want to. I mean, they could do this in a million different ways, but we will find out on December 20th. Jumanji: The Next Level will be opening December 11th, so let's take a look at that. So Jumanji is obviously the sequel to the highly successful film. Well, the reboot to Jumanji, I guess. I mean, technically, it is a sequel reboot. I mean, it's a whole new cast and stuff. But, I mean, the first Jumanji was very successful. I mean, it opened up against Star Wars, kind of like what it is, similar to what it's doing right now, and still almost made $1 billion. Going up against Star Wars?
Crazy.
Like, that is highly impressive.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, whenever I saw that Jumanji was going to be like that close to Survivor, Star Wars, I don't know why I said Survivor, but whenever I saw that it was going to be that close to Star Wars, I was like, okay, so this is doomed. There's no way that this movie will make any money going up against Star Wars, but it almost made $1 billion. And so they're doing it again with the second one. And I can't say that it's not going to make any money because the first one did, going up against Star Wars. So I don't really see. I mean, I really think it could. I think. I mean, you got the Rock, Jack Black. I mean, you got
Kevin
like the
Hart,
whole. I mean, Karen Gillan, Nick Jonas, even. So I mean, you got a pretty big cast, and I think that's probably what helped the first one out. And so I have no reason to believe that this movie isn't going to make a lot of money.
For sure.
So that is all for the movie news for right now. We're going to take a quick little break and go into some TV news right after this.
I didn't want to go to community college because it was too small, too limiting.
I wanted a place where I could expand my horizons and gain experiences for a strong future.
Where I could meet people from other places and learn about them.
A college choice that meant a strong start, not huge debt.
Where I would have the support I needed.
Where teachers knew my name and worked with me on a personal level.
And people were ready and available to help me plan my future.
That's why I choose my community college!
News Channel 15 is now available on the Roku and Apple TV smart devices. Log on to facebook.com/my15news to learn more. Here in Southern Illinois, we all know the weather can change in an instant. When severe weather strikes, you can count on the team at News Channel 15 to provide you the latest information to keep you and your family safe. From watches and warnings to storm spotter information with our direct link to the National Weather Service, the team at News Channel 15 is here to give you the most up-to-the-minute severe weather coverage, not only on air but also online and on our Facebook page. News Channel 15, putting Southern Illinois first. The tri-state source for alternative rock is 89.1 The Bash. Connect with us wherever you are on social.
Long coast gets swept away. It didn't used to be this way.
Listen live on our free mobile apps, online, or on TuneIn. We are today's hit alternative, 89.1 The Bash.
So, what's your story? Looking for a cost-effective way to begin your college career? One that's close to home? Or are you still unsure of a career direction? Here's the answer. The 4 Illinois Eastern Community Colleges. With 100 certificate and associate degrees in career and technical fields, many online and many transferable. Frontier Community, Lincoln Trail, Olney Central, Wabash Valley. 4 colleges, 1 mission. Let us help write your life story. Check us out online at iecc.edu.
Welcome back to the Film Reel, and Kane, you've got some TV news here for us?
Yes. The popular sci-fi show The Expanse was recently picked up by Amazon for a 4th season, which premieres December 13th. Now, it was also on the Sci-Fi Network. That's where it originally started.
Yeah.
And I think this season's going to be good. A lot of the recurring characters are going to be back. But it is obviously set in space. But where the effects may not be all that great, I think the concept of it is what makes the show shine, because the characters, I would say that how I would describe it is that they're trying to colonize the solar system.
Okay.
Which sounds like crazy and like kind of like out of this world and hard to do. But yeah, they're trying to colonize the solar system. And yeah, I think the characters, there's probably going to be some of the few main characters are going to die.
As with any TV show.
Yeah. But yeah, the name's pretty fitting, The Expanse. So they'll just keep trying to explore new things out in the universe. Excuse me. But yeah.
So The Witcher is also coming out on Netflix, and on December 20th, based on the popular video game and book series, the show is led by former Superman star Henry Cavill. The Witcher follows the story of Geralt of Rivia, a solitary monster hunter who struggles to find his place in a world where people are often proven to be more wicked than beasts. But when destiny hurls him towards a powerful sorceress and a young princess with a dangerous secret, the three must learn to navigate the increasingly volatile continent together. Kane, do you think that The Witcher will be a success for Netflix?
I do. I think it'll be a huge success.
Yeah.
It looks promising.
Yeah.
It looks promising.
I mean, it probably won't be on the same level as maybe Stranger. I mean, it could be on the same level as Stranger Things. I definitely think that Netflix is trying to make this their kind of like Game of Thrones style show.
Yeah.
And so I don't know if they're necessarily going to get to that kind of level of success, but I definitely think that it will be well enough to where they could get like multiple seasons
that's a good way to put it.
Off of this.
Right.
So that is all for the TV news. We will be right back after this commercial break with some trailers.
I didn't want to go to community college because it was too small, too limiting.
I wanted a place where I could expand my horizons and gain experiences for a strong future.
Where I could meet people from other places and learn about them.
A college choice that meant a strong start, not huge debt.
Where I would have the support I needed.
Where teachers knew my name and worked with me on a personal level.
And people were ready and available to help me plan my future.
That's why I choose my community college!
News Channel 15 is now available on the Roku and Apple TV smart devices. Log on to facebook.com/my15news to learn more. Here in Southern Illinois, we all know the weather can change in an instant. When severe weather strikes, you can count on the team at News Channel 15 to provide you the latest information to keep you and your family safe. From watches and warnings to storm spotter information with our direct link to the National Weather Service, the team at News Channel 15 is here to give you the most up-to-the-minute severe weather coverage, not only on air but also online and on our Facebook page. News Channel 15, putting Southern Illinois first. The tri-state source for alternative rock is 89.1 The Bash. Connect with us wherever you are on social.
All ghosts get swept away. Didn't used to be this way.
Listen live on our free mobile apps, online, or on TuneIn. We are today's hit alternative, 89.1 The Bash.
So, what's your story? Looking for a cost-effective way to begin your college career? One that's close to home? Or are you still unsure of a career direction? Here's the answer. The 4 Illinois Eastern Community Colleges. With 100 certificate and associate degrees in career and technical fields, many online and many transferable. Frontier Community, Lincoln Trail, Olney Central, Wabash Valley. 4 colleges, 1 mission. Let us help write your life story. Check us out online at iecc.edu.
Welcome back to the Film Reel. I'm Bryce West. He's Kane Jones. Let's take a look at some trailers. We've got the new James Bond movie and Black Widow.
Why would I betray you?
We all have our secrets. We just didn't get to yours yet.
The world is arming faster than we can respond. Where's 007?
I need a favor, brother. You're the only one I trust for this.
The world's moved on, Commander Bond.
You were 00?
2 years. So stay in your lane. You get nowhere. I will put a bullet in your knee. The one that works.
I thought you two would get along.
Name? Bond. James Bond.
So you're not dead?
Hello, Q. I missed you.
He's the most valuable asset this country has. If you feel yourself losing control, I'm not going to lose
control. James, you gave up everything for her. When her secret finds its way out, it'll be the death of him. What is it?
You don't know what this is.
James Bond. License to kill. History of violence. I could be speaking to my own reflection. Only your skills die with your body. Mine will survive long after I'm gone.
History isn't kind to men who play God.
I used to have nothing. And then I got this job. This family. But nothing lasts forever.
I heard you had to leave in a hurry.
It's never easy these days.
So what are you going to do?
I've lived a lot of lives, but I'm done running from my past.
I know you're out there.
I know you know I'm out here. So we're gonna talk like grown-ups?
Is that what we are?
Good to see you too, sis.
What brings you home?
We have unfinished business. We have to go back to where it all started.
Lucky us.
One thing's for sure. It's gonna be a hell of a reunion.
Still fits. Family. Back together again.
You got fat.
Look at the new James Bond movie and Black Widow. What were your thoughts on those two trailers, Kane?
Well, to start, the James Bond film, this is the 25th Bond movie.
Yeah.
So kind of iconic. So at this point, I mean, everyone. I mean, there's been several James Bond people to play him, and I gotta say, like the older guys, like Sean Connery, Roger Moore, who portrayed him, they were good. Some of the effects were kind of cheesy, but now I think these past couple have been done really well, and I like Daniel Craig the best.
Yeah, and this is supposed to be his last film, correct?
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it's gonna be great.
And Black Widow, finally, finally, they're making a Black Widow movie. They should have done this. They should have done this from the start. I am so happy that they didn't just, spoiler alert for Endgame, but I'm so happy they didn't just use her death as an excuse to just go like, well, she's gone. Like, I am so glad that they went back in time. I mean, not like actually in the story, but like this just takes place before Endgame. And so this takes place in between Civil War and Infinity War. It's her own side story. And so it is so great to finally see Scarlett Johansson finally just take the lead in her own film with Black Widow. I am so excited for this movie. Like, I am so glad that she finally gets her time to just have her own movie in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I think this is one of the greatest ideas. I mean, of course, Endgame and like the lead up to that is like the greatest idea that Marvel Cinematic Universe has had. But like talking like solo stories wise, I think this is just fantastic. The trailer looks completely awesome. Scarlett Johansson looks like she's killing it. And so I am so excited for that movie. We'll take one last break, and then we'll be giving you our box office predictions for the weekend of December 20th, 2019, the Star Wars weekend, the big one. So we're just going to go ahead and skip ahead to that and wrap up the show here after this.
I didn't want to go to community college because it was too small, too limiting.
I wanted a place where I could expand my horizons and gain experiences for a strong future.
Where I could meet people from other places and learn about them.
A college choice that meant a strong start, not huge debt.
Where I would have the support I needed.
Where teachers knew my name and worked with me on a personal level.
And people were ready and available to help me plan my future.
That's why I choose my community college!
So, what's your story? Looking for a cost-effective way to begin your college career? One that's close to home? Or are you still unsure of a career direction? Here's the answer. The 4 Illinois Eastern Community Colleges. With 100 certificate and associate degrees in career and technical fields, many online and many transferable. Frontier Community, Lincoln Trail, Olney Central, Wabash Valley. 4 colleges, 1 mission. Let us help write your life story. Check us out online at iecc.edu.
Welcome back to the season finale of the film reel. We're going to be giving you our final box office predictions for this year and the decade. What an amazing decade it's been for film and TV and everything. I mean, just so many stuff. I mean, the whole Avengers franchise came out. Star Wars came back, and there's just so much more that came out of film this decade. I mean, this will probably go down as one of the best decades in film history. I mean, with the buyout of even Fox and stuff from Disney, I mean, it's just been huge. So we're going to go ahead and give our predictions for the weekend of December 20th, 2019, because that's the Star Wars weekend. And at number 1, Star Wars, of course, The Rise of Skywalker, I mean, is going to be number 1. At number 2, opened the weekend before Jumanji. I think it will definitely stay on to there. At number 3, I have Frozen 2. I mean, that movie is going to be in the top 5 for a while. At number 4, I have Knives Out and Ford v Ferrari. I don't really think that there's any big films coming out in that gap that we're skipping over except for Jumanji. So I don't really have any other new films in there except for Star Wars and Jumanji. So I didn't really see any like heavy hitters for me that I thought were going to make the top 5. So that's my list right there.
Okay, obviously, I put Star Wars number 1, Jumanji number 2, Frozen number 3, and then I put, for number 4, Ford v Ferrari, and 21 Bridges.
I think 21 Bridges is going to come back in the top 5.
Yeah, possibly.
I mean, it could. I mean, we'll see. We've seen crazier happen in the box office. So it has been an honor reporting the film and TV news for you guys. Stay tuned. We will be back in January for more.
News Channel 15 presents Sports Extra, a weekly look at local and area sports. See it Thursday nights at 6:30 on News Channel 15, also posted to our Facebook page. It's Sports Extra.